What's up, everyone? Welcome to my first daily edition. In this daily edition, I'm going to be presenting my weekly highlights, specifically in last week's work and my meeting performance, as well as I'm going to be talking about my work this week and the reasons and processes behind why I decided to put that as my work for this week. So, I'm going to start with the first and foremost factor in this DE1, and that is going to be the meeting revisions. So, in my part of the meeting revision, I want to talk specifically about my contribution. In last week's meeting, I feel like I haven't done really well compared to my previous meetings. Firstly, because I've been back to school, as well as the fact that I didn't really engage much and just tried my best to keep up with the meeting and understand what was going on. Partly because I was a bit tired, but that's entirely my fault. So, the thing that I need to learn here is to manage my time effectively so that I get enough health, enough energy, as well as enough power to go through each day and ultimately be more efficient at my work. Now, this is a very important skill that I want to learn because health management and basically managing the ability to work is very important in the creative industries because certain factors in the creative industries, for example, coding, requires the person to be very focused, often sitting at electronic devices for over 6 hours a day, and that's not good for my health. Next, I'm going to be talking about last week's progression as well as my highlights. So far, for my business model, I've done the key resources and the key activities, and I think that was one of my best performances on the main work, in my opinion. Firstly, because I've understood more on what it means as a company in the creative industry to do those things, and how each of those factors affect the company individually, and how they affect each other when they're together. And next is going to be my work this week. So my work this week, for the main work, I'm going to be doing the last factor for the key items, and that is going to be the key partners, in which I'll be talking about how I partner up with other brands, my requirements, and what they would want from me. And for my DE2, I want to continue with the roadmap for the desktop plans. So that was my first daily edition. Thank you for listening.